Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we have a match, tier 1 match from Hanori versus Satsuki. Um, it's the first match of January 25th of Saturday, I believe, and uh, I- I'm a little bit late. I am your commentator for this match, HD Jump. And we're starting off immediately with the picks and bans. It seems that Hanori has decided to ban DT2 and DT3, while Satsuki has decided to ban Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 2. Um, this week's map pool, as far as I'm concerned, is really not too difficult, especially this being a tier 1 match. Should not be a big problem for either of these players, I believe. But of course, if there is a map to be banned and if there's a map that you do not wish to play, like Hidden 2 this round, I believe is a little bit awkward. It's quite interesting of a map, Dragon Force AR8 CS5, so that would be difficult for some people. But as we say that, we get right into No Mod 6. It is another AR8 CS5, just in No Mod. 5.4 stars, picked by Satsuki, who actually was the one to have banned Hidden 2, so an interesting pick from him. Alright, and of course, this being the round of 32 match, and the first week of these rounds matches after group stage, everyone currently in the winners bracket, so playing this match just this will be their only matches of this week. Will not really decide who will be playing again. So yeah, round of 32, first match of the day. Both players looking pretty chill on these patterns with AR8. While these patterns are not too difficult to read immediately, but as we get into these slider stacks, both players still leading those patterns very comfortably. However, both missing on the short burst, spaced burst pattern there. Not much combo difference as they missed at both part, as they both missed at the same part. Excuse me, and both of them actually basically having same accuracy. Satsuki with slight bit more, about 0.4% higher accuracy, currently holding slight bit of that score lead, but of course still got more than half of the map to go. Will not matter too much, and judging by how both players did actually great in that pattern, yeah, there's another break from Hanori. Satsuki hitting that stream, just assessing that stream comfortably, will most likely be taking this point, as rest of the map, as far as I'm concerned, does not have too much more of a if spike compared to what just happened. Slight bit of free combo section and getting back into another slightly faster section. However, not much of stack reading required here, and is just more about consistency at this part. So Hanori missing at the very last part, securing Satsuki's point, and Satsuki taking his pick by a about 300k score difference. Yeah, seeming pretty comfortable with even AR8 no mod, but we will most likely not be seeing much Air 8 anymore, as both Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 2 have been banned. Which is kind of sad, because actually I think Hard Rock 2 is one of the fun maps in this tournament, actually. In this current in this current week's map pool. So Hanori onto picking Hidden 1. Waifu Jam is 5.5 star, 5.6 star, 3.7 success with 9.4 AR hidden. This is a pretty, like, the stats, sorry, CS AR and all those stats are pretty standard, but this map is got some interesting patterns, let's just say. Not exactly a map you would want to play on sight read. Let's see if both of these players have practiced this map, or at least can read what is about to come upon them. And the match begins. It's not exactly a song that I like too much, I'll be honest. However, both players getting 300 and then 100 on the first and second note. Satsukiiii dropping just one more 100 there should not matter too much. Oh, Hanori dropping a lot of 100s on those ladders. And onto the PI. These sections are pretty chill until actually Hanori slider breaking on something I couldn't even see. I think he just slider broke on a slider head because he snapped too early on it, while Satsukiiii is just comfortably hitting these patterns. And both players actually hitting that PI part at the end of PI section, and onto another pretty chill section here, and then with one Ki remaining, Satsukiiii with both higher combo and higher accuracy is increasing that score gap. These patterns, I would say, are quite rhythmically annoying, actually. But the second part actually was slightly more chill, rhythmic, and more just about consistency again. And Satsukiiii actually dropping a 50 there, a bit close to missing, but still keeping that combo. And honestly, I'm not sure if even if Satsukiiii missed there, Hanori would have been able to bring it back, and Hanori breaking on that section. And onto the bursty section they go. Satsukiiii does drop on slider or burst, but should not matter at all. Hanori still has more than 250k score to cover with no map remaining now, and Satsukiiii will be taking another point, a break point for him, getting the score to 2-0, and onto his pick. Both players picking a somewhat gimmicky map into their first picks, although most of the maps in this map currently are quite gimmicky, to be fair. But I think they could still pick into an accuracy battle like No Mod 1 and No Mod 2, I believe, will most likely both be accuracy battle. And No Mod 5, actually. Chipscape by Shern. This is a very, very old map. 6.9 star AR9 CS4. It is 220 BPM, but it's also OD8, and players at this skill level in Tier 1 should most likely not have much difficulty tapping at this level. This map, this map's beat map ID is literally 5-digit. Goes to show how old this map is. It was submitted in 2011. Not very, not extremely difficult in using, but at the same time, it is a you can still not underlook some of the aim this map has, especially combined with the finger control that this map requires. Like triples over there. Those sort of patterns could trip up a few players, and as I say that, Hanori does trip up on that triple and slight bit of aim. Satsukiiii maintaining over 99% accuracy into the first section. This map is not too short. It is 4 minutes long, so they still have quite a lot to go. Early breaks will not be too detrimental. However, if Satsukiiii does manage to hold on as he is doing currently, he will be securing another one of his pick, and Hanori's looking slightly shaky aiming a few of these patterns. Of course, it might just be how he aims, but maybe a little bit of the tapping and finger controlling is making it so that it's difficult for them to actually focus on the aiming part, which is quite understandable actually, for how much this map requires you to finger control. Satsukiiii holding over 99.5% accuracy, looking very chill, hitting all of these patterns, and into the long stream section they go. Hanori dropping a lot of 100s, but Satsukiiii actually breaking. I couldn't tell if that was a slider break. But now Hanori is the one holding combo, but Satsukiiii is currently leading a huge accuracy difference by over 3%. They do have about half of the map to go, and score lead is going back to Hanori's side a lot, and Satsukiiii tripping on those triples again will definitely give the score lead back to Hanori now. If Hanori just maintains the combo, Hanori could take an actual break point. But they both break out the slider. Hanori currently in front by 50k score difference, which is not too much. Hanori would have definitely loved to secure more score difference, especially with Satsukiiii having more than 2% accuracy lead still. Have about a quarter of the map to go. If both players do FC from here, Hanori would most likely be the one taking the point, but there is still one decently fast section left in the map. And into that section we go. Satsukiiii breaking first, Hanori keeping the combo. Hanori actually looking way more comfortable than they were in the initial beginning section, hitting these streams, bringing the accuracy up to 97, and getting the score gap up to about 83 now. Satsukiiii was barely any combo, just over 300 combo, and breaking over there will just end the map and give the breakpoint for Hanori. Hanori breaking one last time at the end, of course, will not matter, getting the score to 2-1 and into Hanori's pick. Both players currently taking one breakpoint, and Hanori would definitely love to secure point for themselves on this pick so they can even out the score. Picking Hard Rock 1. This is a rather normal, rather average map in the map pool, although it's still not like a farmy type map or anything. It is still quite a difficult map to have control over. Your average Hard Rock 1 map statistics with AR10 and CS 5.2 star rating is about 6.5, I believe, 200 BPM. Rather aim-based. But the map is over 4 minutes and has a few aim patterns which are not exactly conventional, I believe. So let's see if any other players pick up or break in one of those patterns. This is one of the songs that I actually quite like a lot in this week's map pool. Oh, Hanori being the first one to slider rake onto those kick sliders and then miss, while Satsukiiii still holding the combo. As both players actually have similar accuracy now, just holding slight bit higher accuracy. However, it is still the beginning of the map, only about a quarter of the map has passed. But Satsukiiii holding more than 300 combo lead and getting the score gap higher and higher as the map goes, and into the first PI, jump spacing increasing slight bit. However, both players looking very comfortable with these aim patterns. I feel like the non-Ki parts of this map actually have more of an awkward aim pattern like that, and while Hanori did not break on the jumps, slider rakes right after the jump, and now with Satsukiiii with more than 700 combo lead is just going to run away. Both players peaking at around 97% accuracy, and with the same accuracy, Satsukiiii having a lot of huge combo lead was going to run away, but actually breaks there, and still half of the map is left to go. Slider raking again on slow slider, and then just breaking quite a lot again on that buzz slider. Hanori now has the combo lead, and Satsukiiii did not build too much score lead, and depending on how many times they break, and Satsukiiii actually just continually breaking on those jumps as well. Hanori closing the score gap, trying to bring the score back. Hitting those fast sliders, Both players hitting those fast sliders and stream. Satsukiiii breaking on that slightly awkward aim pattern. Hanori now with more than 500 combos, score lead is just going to take the score back, and as I say that, actually breaks on another one of the awkward pattern. Just about fourth of the map left to go. Both players just basically the same accuracy and similar combos. Satsukiiii with about 80 higher combo. Score gap is about 50k on a 4-minute 20-second long map. 50k is quite a bit, especially when neither of the players have really high combo currently. Satsukiiii is the first one to break. Almost slider breaks on the slow slider again, but does Hanori have enough time? I'm not exactly sure. Score gap is closing, but I believe there's just not too much left in the map, and Satsukiiii will be taking another break point. Getting the score to 3-1 now. And Hanori now really needs to take another breakpoint and just secure their points. They want to bring it back. Satsukiiii, however, into Satsukiii's pick, would definitely want to secure the current pick and bring the score up to 4-1. That would easily get the momentum for him. Both players actually had way less misses than the miscount showed in their ranking in the ending screen. Could have slider broken a lot in that previous map. Probably would have damaged their mentality slightly bit depending on how you're currently playing. Satsukiiii picking No Mod 3. Grillex Rumble. This is a interesting song and an interesting map. AR 9.7, CS 4.2, and while the star rating is only 6.1, a few of the patterns in this map are definitely enough to break a few times, no matter how good of a skill level you have. But the map is only 2 minutes, doesn't require as much level of consistency you would otherwise require. And into the map we go. Very aim control and finger control heavy patterns. But both players hitting that initial section. Satsukiiii actually SSing through that initial section. Definitely looking way more comfortable than Hanori is looking, as it was his own pick. And Hanori breaking on the flow pattern, while Satsukiiii is maintaining a 99.7% accuracy FC. With the map only being about 2 minutes, they're already halfway into the map, and Satsuki already has built up 150k score difference. But as I say that, Satsuki actually breaks, but does not break down way too much, and actually just gets a simple break and keeps his accuracy at more than 99 still. So Hanori really needs to recover a lot without dropping a lot of hundreds like he's doing right now if he wants to get the score back. Score gap would be closing way faster, I feel like, if Hanori wasn't dropping this much 100s. And at this point, I think even if both players FC the rest, I'm not sure if Hanori has the time left to come back. This accuracy gap is really the one that's keeping the score lead from Hanori. And Satsuki, of course, recovering really well. Yes, both players do manage to FC the rest of the map, but Hanori dropping way too many 100s compared to Satsuki. 56x 100s versus 10x 100s being the deciding factor of that map and giving Satsuki his own point on his pick. Score currently 4-1 onto Hanori's pick, or 1-4, excuse me. Hanori will definitely like to pick something that can secure his own point and bring back the momentum. Also needs to take at least one break point.
Run for them life. When I step into the jungle, say they wanna group up. They better move up, never gonna win a Royal Rumble. But when I come through, you know what I love to.
Picking Hard Rock 3. This is a tapping based map, but it is CS 6.5 AR10 Hard Rock 3. It's not exactly your standard Hard Rock 3. I feel like this map could belong in a Hard Rock 2 and a lot of other tournaments, but of course this being your Dio's Bizarre Holiday singles, your Hard Rock 2 is a CS 7.8 and your Hard Rock 3 is the CS 6.5. This map, however, is only a minute and 30 seconds long and is just mostly about keeping accuracy in quite a lot of the tapping patterns that this map has. Especially with it being 150 BPM, which is slightly awkward. It's not your usual stream tapping BPM. And as I say that, Satsuki dropping a lot of 100s in that first tapping section. And into the slow section, which is really just a bunch of nothing, I would say, but as they get out of the slow section is where it really matters. They'll be hit by another stream like they hit at the very first start of the map. And Hanori, and both Hanori and Satsuki actually hitting those streams with really nice accuracy. Hanori dropping a few more 100s than Satsuki is, and of course dropping 100s later is way more crucial, but Satsuki actually breaks at the very last section of that stream, while Hanori hit that section, however, misses a little bit on these space triples. I'm not sure if Satsuki really has enough time to come back. Even with only 25k score difference, there's not much of notes left in the map. But oh, only with 6k score difference, Satsuki sadly not getting the score lead back, and Hanori getting the point on his own pick. Both players getting basically the same act, although Hanori had one more 50 and two more 100s. Even with slightly less accuracy, Hanori keeping the combo for just a bit more, about 40 more combo, was the one, was just enough to give him his point for his own pick. And into Satsukii's pick, Hanori would need to take a break point either here or on their next pick, and probably would not want to play tiebreaker, I believe, so would definitely want to get a breakpoint here. Satsukii's pick being DT1. His song is an absolute jammer. The rather chill DT1, I believe, although this map is very old still. AR 10.3 CS4. Hanori's reaction not looking very positive on that pick. 267 BPM, 6.9 star. Map is a pretty standard map for DT1, like I said. However, uh, being a decently old map that this is, there's still has a few patterns which I believe you might be able to misread or just trip up on literally nothing. And as I say, that's Satsukiii dropping in the very first section. This map is also very short. It is only a minute and 5 seconds long. So any break could actually be very impactful, but Hanori dropping a lot of 100s compared to Satsukiii. But as I say that, both players dropping a lot of 100s, although Hanori dropped just a little bit, maybe not just a little bit, quite a lot more, giving Satsukiii entire 3% score lead and then ending up breaking there. Not much of the map left already, and Satsukiii with more than 200k score difference already is going to just run away with this pick, getting the score up to 5-2. Going for his own pick again. Satsukiii breaking at the very end of the map. Oh, Hanori S ranked too. That should be slightly painful. And on to Hanori's pick. Match point for Satsukiii. If Satsukiii just takes this breakpoint, that will be his victory. Will Hanori be able to take his own point and then get a break point, then take his own point again to force out a tiebreaker? Got quite a long way to go if he wants to force out a tiebreaker now, but anything could still happen. And the maps left, I believe, are pretty standard, except for Nomad 4. And actually HD3, Hidden 3 is left. So never mind me. Let's see what Hanori picks into now. Picks Nomad 1, Ginza versus Ginza. This is a very long long map, a classic Nomad 1. 4 minute 30 seconds. 6.5 star. Oh, star rating of this map is actually a bit higher than I expected. But a 200 BPM 9.5 AR CS4, your standard Nomad 1 map has a few short streams here and there, but it's still very, very aim-based. I think everyone knows this map at this point. It's a very famous No Mod 1 across many different various tournaments. And being an absolute banger that it is. I was hoping to see either No Mod 1 or No Mod 2 get picked, although I'm not too sure how many times No Mod 2 will be picked this week, from the fact that it is over 5 minutes. But No Mod 2 is another banger, great song, another classic. I just want to see some cool, great songs, classic maps being picked. So I'm really happy to see this current No Mod 1. Both players will most likely not break too much on this sort of map, I believe. Um, Even though it is one of the higher star rating maps in the pool, map is really not very special. That it's not very gimmicky, it's not got much finger control, and it's just way more aim focused than any other maps in the pool, I think. So this could end up being an accuracy battle, or one of the players could trip up in one of these patterns. Currently, both players keeping really nice ag. Hanori is keeping SS, and Satsukiiii, I think, dropped only 1x100 currently. Maybe 2 100s, but should not matter too much. Score gap is not changing anyhow. Like I said, players at this level, players in tier 1 should really have no trouble in maps like these. Currently an incredible SS performance from Hanori. But still, this being a map that is almost 5 minutes, they still have more than half of the map left to go. Either of these players could trip up on these patterns or get a heavy accuracy drop on one of these short streams. Not looking to be the case, actually. Hanori's still holding assets. Satsukiiii dropped one more 100, I believe. For lead only being about 3,000 points. Could really still go either way. Hanori first 100 on a slider. The later you drop your 100s, the more effect it have, I believe. And Hanori dropping 2 more 100s. Satsukiiii getting the score lead now. About a quarter of the map left to go. Both of these players hitting that slider and stream section really comfortably. Seeing the score lead change, will that have any effect in any of these players? I'm not too sure. They're both looking they're looking like they're playing this while drinking a soup or something. They really don't they don't look any nervous. This might just actually come down to being an accuracy battle. Hanori actually breaking at the end there. That is going to secure the point for Satsuki now. It's just going to be another breakpoint for Satsuki and just no way to come back for Hanori. And Satsuki will be taking his victory with the very last breakpoint on Nomad 1. That is a GG well played for both of the players. They both had incredible accuracy, 99.5%, 99.8%. Congratulations to Satsuki for that victory and going through to the winners bracket. Pretty sure neither of the next match for these players have been decided yet, so it's still very early into the week. There's a lot of matches to still be played. So congratulations to Satsuki. Next match is next match is Origin versus Ganjanov in about an hour and 15 minutes actually. So I'm not sure if that'll be streamed. It is written that it will be streamed. Not sure who will be exactly commentating for that, but hope you guys can find another commentator. Well, that's it for this match. I've been HD Jump, and thank you for Affirmed Cheese for streaming, and Ishta for refing the match, and we'll see you guys in the next match.